Hi, welcome to IBM Spectrum Protect version 8.1.9. In this demo, I'll be showing you retention holds. Retention holds prevent one or more retention sets from being deleted, and a retention set that is added to a retention hold cannot be deleted regardless of its expiration date until that retention set is released from the hold. Back in version 8.1.7, we introduced this concept of retention sets, and these are designed to help you meet data retention requirements that are imposed by government, industries, or maybe your own organization. And in those cases, you know the amount of time the data needs to be kept. But there are cases, for example, when litigation is pending or anticipated, when you might need to preserve relevant data indefinitely until that litigation concludes. And this is when a retention hold comes into place. So let's go ahead and take a look at how a retention hold is set up. Click on Services and then on Retention Holds. In here you'll see any existing retention holds we've created. To create a new retention hold, click on the plus Create Hold button. You'll enter a name for this retention hold and you'll select which Spectrum Protect server this is on. You will also be asked for a description. This is freeform, so you can enter whatever you please, as well as a contact. This could be email or phone number or just a name. Then go ahead and click Next. You'll now choose one or more existing retention sets to add to this hold, and a retention set can belong to multiple holds. Click Next. Now you'll be prompted to enter a reason for creating this hold, and it's important to enter information here because this is going to show up when you do the query hold log and give you a chronological history of why the holds were created or released. Click Create Hold, and now you'll see that the hold was created. Go ahead and click Close, and now in the retention holds list, you'll see our new hold. Under the retention sets column, you'll see how many retention sets are part of this retention hold, and if you click on that, it will drill down and show you specifically the retention sets that are being held in this hold. The versions of the files in these retention holds will be retained indefinitely until you release them. In order to do a release, you can choose one or more of the retention sets, click on that, and then click on Release. You do need to give a reason for the release. Once again, this will be put in the hold log. Go ahead and click Next. When you release a hold, the data in that retention set is once again candidate for normal backup and retention set expiration. So you will get a warning that this might cause the files to actually be expired off. And if the expiration date has already passed, you will get an even stronger warning on this screen. Click I understand, and then go ahead and click Release. You'll get a message that the data has been released, and at this point go ahead and click Close. The next thing I'm going to show you how to do is to add an additional retention set to an existing retention hold. Click on Add to Hold. This will then show a list of retention sets that you can add to this hold, and these retention sets would not already be in the existing hold. So select one or more of these. Click Next. You'll be prompted for a reason you're adding these to the hold. Enter the reason and then click Add to Hold. Once that's completed, go ahead and click Close. And now you'll see the additional retention sets inside of that hold. Okay, let's go ahead and click on the left-hand side and look at the hold log. The hold log will give us a chronological list of what has happened with this retention hold. You'll see, for instance, when it was created, when we released retention sets from there, and when we added retention sets to there. You'll also see any comments that were added when these creates, releases, or holds were placed. And all of this is important in case a company has to prove how they managed the data for these legal holds. Okay, let's go ahead and now click on the Properties section on the left-hand side. Once all of the retention sets in a hold are released, you can deactivate this hold, but you cannot delete it. And this has to do with the history log. We keep the history log forever. That will not go away. However, you can deactivate the hold so that new retention sets could not be added to that specific hold. Going back into services and into the retention sets page, from this page you can also either create a new hold or add retention sets to an existing hold. Go ahead and select one or more retention sets and then click on Add to New Hold. You'll be prompted for a hold name, followed by a reason you're doing the hold, a description of the hold, and a contact. Once you've filled that in, go ahead and click on the Add to New Hold button. Go ahead and click Close once that has been successfully added. If you want to add a retention set to an existing hold, go ahead and click on Add to Hold. You will then choose the hold name that you want to add that retention set to, and you can enter a reason. Go ahead and click Add to Hold, and then go ahead and click Close. Some of the other icons you'll see on this retention set page, if you hover above the expiration date, you'll see we have a new icon that is a circle with a line through it, and this shows that the expiration has been overridden because this is part of a retention hold. And if you click on the retention hold column, you can see which retention hold or holds this retention set is part of. Likewise, you will see under the expiration date a yellow triangle. This highlights that this retention set is due to expire in the next 30 days. If you double click on a retention set, that'll drill you down into the retention set properties. And part of these properties will show if it is part of a retention hold. And this will look similar to the retention hold properties page, where here you have the ability to add the retention set to a new hold or an existing hold. On the left-hand side in the activity log, you will see information about this retention set, when it was created, and which node and file spaces data it contains. Another place we've added information about retention sets and retention holds is in the reports. So if you go to click and create a new report, choose the operational overview report. You'll give the report a name. You'll choose when it's sent and who it's sent to and which servers it's reporting on. Go ahead and click Next. Now you'll choose what type of information you want to include in the report. For this demo, we're going to include the retention information only. Go ahead and click Next. You can now choose to include the retention hold activity and or the retention set expiration information. So we'll include both of those. You can also see this information in the daily report that gets sent out. So let me go ahead and show you an example of these two reports. So if I go into my email, I see these two reports, and if I drill down into them, the first report is the report that's specific to retention, and I can see which 4 servers I'm reporting on, the retention hold activity and all the details on that. And then at the bottom, retention sets expiring and information on that. The next email is an email on the general report. And if I drill into this report, I find the executive summary of my retention hold activity. So in summary, retention holds give you the ability to prevent one or more retention sets from being deleted. A great use case for this is if you have to retain data for litigation purposes. You can set a retention hold on existing retention sets, and once the litigation is complete, you can release that hold and allow normal expiration to take place. Thank you very much.